Hi there, welcome back to Just Making It. Today we're going to grind some feed. I got the grinder out, it's a Gale 170, and I got the John Deere 115D hooked up to it. And then I got the 6405 John Deere hooked up to the wagon of corn. So we're going to do a little bit of a mix, and I'll show you what I'm going to put in it. We're going to eventually feed steers in the barn. Corn in there, I could put up to 135 bushels in this mixer, and it's right around close to 3 tons. And I want to park this pretty much on a level as I can, so I can go around and I can look at my scales and see how even I am in that tank. So right now on this side it's saying I'm right around what, 110? Okay, so let's go around here. We got another scale. This side's a little bit lower. It's down to like 95. So it's not quite level inside. I still got a little room left. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit more in because I don't want to fill it up. I want to put some other things in there. So let's go ahead and put a little bit more corn in. Well, I had to walk away so I could talk to you a little bit here. You wouldn't be able to hear me up there. But what I'm going to do now, we got our corn in. I'm going to go up top on the ladder, and I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. There's a big auger, and it takes everything from the bottom and brings it up and mixes it all together. So let's do that. See that right there? It comes up from the center and it mixes it all together, and it goes down and comes back up. This Gale 170, it has those plates. I'm sure everybody that grinds knows about these. You got small holes and you got larger holes. I got three screens here. But I tell you what, I don't use any screens because I noticed with my cows, the little bit of chunk, I chip it and I also grind it, but you'll see the outcome here. I don't like to turn it into a powder, get it real fine. I notice my cows like it with a little bit of crack to it. Just a little bit. So I don't put any screens in my mixer here. And another thing I noticed too, by doing that, okay, it saves on your knives, your hammers, and I'll show you what those look like. But this particular grinder mixer is hydraulic. I still got the PTO going up front, but it's got a hydraulic pump here. All right, so I shut it off so you can hear me, and I want to show you something. In here's your knives, your hammers. You can see them down in there. And they're not really sharp. They're just, they got a straight edge to them. And you can actually turn them and flip them and use the other side when one side goes dull. Actually, you can use all four corners. But in order to save my knives, and plus the cows like the feed not too fine, I don't put a screen in, so it's easier on it. Because when you put a screen in, what that does is it retards the grain from going through, and the hammers repound it like a second time, a third time, and so forth. It prevents it from going through. So I notice for me, it works real good with just sending it right through. Okay, so now we got all the corn in, and let's see how we are here. We're about 115 on that side, and we're about a little over 115 on this side, not too bad. And on this side, we're about 115, so we're pretty level. Now, we're done with putting the corn in. I've got some other things I'm gonna put in, so I'll show you what we're gonna do. All right, what we're doing now is we're filling these tubs. These are old mineral tubs that the cows already used. And we're putting soybeans in there. So that's what Lisa's doing now. She's getting soybeans out of a super sack. And they stored fairly well in here. We got lots of them. So what we're going to do is put 4 of these into the mixer grinder with the corn. And that's what we're going to do next. Okay, here's the rest of my mix. I've got 3 bags of oats, okay? And I'm gonna put in 2 bags of minerals. Okay, these are 50-pound bags. And then I'm gonna put in 4 bags of molasses, dry molasses, just to give it a little bit of flavor. Okay, we're gonna put the minerals in first. I got the 2 bags here. And we're going to put them in the rear end of the grinder mixer, right in that auger there, and it's going to send it right into the tank. Since we don't have to grind up the minerals or the molasses, that's where it's going to go. That's the molasses going in. Is oats. I got 3 bags of oats here. It's about 300 pounds. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to send them through this auger here so that they get chipped. So we're sending oats up the auger. In there, we ended up to be about 125 on the scale, between 125 and 135, so we got pretty much 3 tons in there. So I'm going to let that run a while, let it mix up, because we put a lot of things in there, and we'll let it mix, and we're going to drive down to the barn now, and I'll show you where we're going to put this. To the barn here, I backed it up, and we're going through this door here, and this is where we're going to put it. I built this box Okay. And we're gonna put all this grain in here. We also have a little box over there. But I just got done building this. It should hold pretty much all of it. We'll see. All right, here it comes. We're gonna fill it up. Boy, that smells good. You can smell the molasses. See how I mentioned earlier, I like it a little chunky, and that's without any screens right there. They seem to like it like that. Okay, it's filling up, and you can see here, they smell it. They can't wait to get some of this, huh, boys? Yeah, you want some of that grain, don't you? Yeah. We'll do a test later, and we'll give them some, see how they like it. All right, we got this box filled up here. Lisa's leveling it out. And let's see, I put a support brace here on the sides. It's bowing out a little bit, but I think it's going to hold just fine. You can see here, they can't wait to have some of this. We'll give you some here in a minute, guys. Okay, now that we still got some in the grinder, okay, I have another box over here. It's a little one. Actually, I bought this one. It was a crate that held something. I didn't build this one. But what we'll do is Lisa's going to clean it out, and we're going to fill this one up. We got both boxes filled up. We got the little one and we got the big one. We still have a little bit more left in our grinder, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. All right, we got those boxes filled up in the barn. Now we got to fill these tubs up. These are used mineral tubs that went empty. And we got steers down the road that we got to feed. So whatever left we got in that grinder there, we're gonna put in these tubs, and we might have to grind some more to fill all these up. We got the mixer grinder all emptied. We got like 16 of these, and we were gonna fill them all up, but it ran out. So that'll be good. We'll take them down the road to the steers. Okay, well, let's give them some of this grain. See how they like it. This is the moment of truth. Here's what it looks like. We'll give them 2 buckets now. We won't give them too much at one time. Let them get used to it. All right, here we go. Okay, boys, you got to back up. I can't get in there. Come on, back up. Back up. All right, here we go. We're going to put it right in this trough here. It's hard to do this with one hand. Well, I dumped it all in. I put one in the other trough. This is the first time they've seen grain like this. So let's see how they like it here. Oh boy. Oh yeah. They're loving it. Well, we got the grinding all done. I got to get lids for these boxes, but for now we're just going to throw a tarp over it. It's a lot of fun growing your own crops to make your own feed. Thanks again for watching Just Making It. See you next time.